right, so today we are set up with the blue bowl. You can see a little bit of the production there with the lights. This is the first time I will be running the blue bowl, but as you can see here, the theory is pretty simple. The pump takes the clean water up through the pipe, got a little regulator valve here. It shoots the water in a circle, creating centrifugal force. The excess water will go down the hole, pulling some of the lighter materials down with it, leaving hopefully just the gold in the blue bowl by the end of it. And then that material falls into the bucket below. The clean water will overflow into this catch basin, and then the cycle repeats. So today we will be doing a couple different things. First, I want to start with some of the leftover heavy materials that we had in the gold cube. So this is the materials that we got off the Assiniboine River. And then this is materials we got off the Assiniboine River at a later date, a little less, you can see. That was just me working solo. So this is me working with a friend there. One thing that was kind of interesting about this material here is I had it just next to this magnet. And you can see a lot of the fine heavies that are in there kind of sticking to it. It's kind of neat. It's quite a lot of black sand within those bags. And quite a bit in there too. So you know that this material is quite fine. We'll be putting it through classifiers to classify it down. That's the one drawback to the blue bowl, is you can't just dump a whole bunch of material in it. It needs to be pretty much the same size. So, okay, we're all set up. We got our 30 mesh, our 50 mesh, our 70 mesh, and our 100 mesh classifiers. Obviously the 100 mesh is going to be the most fine. So we will classify all this dry material into this. We'll get the most fine on the bottom. We can start with that, and then we can work our way back up. And so I've classified the materials to the different sizes. You can see at the 100 mesh, there's tons of black sand in there. And then even finer than that, quite a lot of black sand. In fact, if I take the magnet, I almost guarantee, look how much black sand I'm going to be finding in there. So, oh yeah, look at all that. Very interesting. Okay, as you just saw, I just finished classifying some of the material here. So I'm ready to go with my material that is classified down to 100 mesh. I've just fired up the blue bowl here, and we are looking like we're running well. There's no leaks here, so that's good. This is our little toggle switch. We are looking a little uneven there. So just 1 second while I fix that. All right, there we go. Looking a lot better now. You can see we have an even ring right around the top. No water is escaping over the top of the blue bowl, and it is all funneling down there. This bucket is overflowing properly, so we got just constant clean water going back in. I think we're ready to give this a go. Okay, here we go. So before we start, I will show you something else. There is this other product that goes with the blue bowl called the Dream Mat. Apparently gold will get stuck in these little vortexes, but I couldn't manage to keep it submerged under the water. So if anybody has any tricks or tips on how to use the Dream Mat better, I'd love to know that in the comments. All right. Go ahead. Oh. There you go. You can see the material just on the bottom. It's not quite breaking the surface tension, so I'm just going to add a little bit of Claygon. There we go. There, now you see it's starting to gather the material up closer. That might be a little too lots of sparklies in there. I don't know if they're gold though. I think maybe a learning curve. I should have probably turned the bowl off in order to put the material in. As you can see, all we're left with is quite a bit of heavies. And if we want, what we can do is we can just take some of those heavy metals, put them off to the side. Just remove some of that, but I'm not seeing any gold. I'm not super surprised either, just because where I was panning, or where we were doing this material wasn't, it's in Manitoba, and there's not supposed to be alluvial gold there, so no surprise. The Assiniboine does come down from Saskatchewan, and there is some alluvial gold in Saskatchewan, so hence we were testing that area.